Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're Slikrok Productions. I'm Jake, this is Kurt, and today we're going to talk about those components on your machines that are prone to wearing out.
So there's a few components on machines that we are constantly checking for. Number one is belts. If you own a machine, you should be carrying a spare belt with you. If you've never changed a belt and you've purchased a machine, we recommend doing it in your driveway first. Kind of get a feel for it so you know how to do it before you're out on the trail. A belt is something that sooner or later is going to go. Everybody should know how to change one of those, and everybody should carry a belt with them. So we carry G-Boost belts. We've had the best success with them. We've ran those belts for a lot of years. We believe that they're the best belts out in the marketplace, so that's what we carry. And like I said, you're going to break a belt out there, so know how to change it before you get out there. But where you store your belt is also important. You don't want them getting wet, you don't want them getting damaged, and it's there's a couple of tools you need to change a belt. In the instruction manual of your machine, there'll be a diagram in there. It kind of tells you how to go through it. But what we do is UTV Savage makes a kit. These kits you can mount them on a roll cage. You can mount it behind your seat, but it keeps them dry, keeps them dust free. It's got all the tools in it you need to change a belt. Plus you can keep your spare belt in there and you can keep it safe and away from contaminants. So that's what we do. We're pretty big fans of those kits. They're pretty handy. But once again, you are going to break a belt out there if you own a UTV.
Right. And one of the other things that really help in preventing belt wear is every once in a while, take your clutch cover off, air compressor, spray out your clutches, get the dirt out of there, the dust out of there, because those abrasives can really wear on your clutches.
That's a great point, Jake. You know, about every 1,000 miles or so, we pull our clutch covers off, we take an air blower in there, we clean them out and make sure that everything's clean inside of them. It just prolongs the life of your clutch, prolongs the life of your belt, and anything you can do to kind of help keep the heat down in those, you're going to last longer. And like I said, everybody is going to break a belt if you own a machine. Know how to change it before you get out on the trail.
Right.
We shake our machines down every 2 or 3 rides just to make sure that everything's okay, and we'll show you how to do that now. So when we shake down a machine and we're looking for any play in the ball joints and the tie rod ends, usually we like to have 2 guys. So when you're checking a tie rod end, if you shake the tire side to side, you'll feel if there's a little bit of play in the tie rod end. If there's a little play in that, you're getting a little bit of wobble out of the wheel. The more play it gets, the faster it's gonna wear out prematurely. If somebody pulls that tire bottom to top, you can feel if there's any play or see if there's any play in the ball joint. This is what a ball joint looks like. So basically this joint, the ball joint itself is round and it sits in this housing, and they're metal on metal. And so most of them are greasable and serviceable. So if you keep greasing them, which obviously we recommend keeping, when you service your machines to grease all the joints in them, it'll last longer. But if you start getting a little play in that, then it's time to replace them before you have a failure. If one of these breaks, they can be catastrophic. But the aftermarket companies out there do a really great job with these kind of components. They offer them in 300M and chrome moly. You can get a lot better ball joint than what comes standard OEM in a machine from the factory. So we recommend if you're going to replace a part, these are parts that you should definitely upgrade.
So there's a lot of parts on these machines, and not everybody's configurations are the same.
Right, and for all you guys out there that are looking to buy a machine or you own a machine, there's a lot of questions out there. Jake and I have a lot of experience in building these machines. We've made a lot of mistakes over the years, which is where we've got our education, but not all parts play well together. And so that's what Slikrok Production does. That's what we do. We get about 10,000 questions a month. A lot of folks, even simple questions. If you ask us, hey, what's the best tire to run? That's a loaded question. It really depends on what your budget is, what kind of terrain you ride, what kind of machine you have. But you're more than welcome to reach out to us and we'll help you in any way we can.
And you can get a hold of us on any of our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all under Slikrok Productions.
Thanks for following. We'll be right back with At Your Leisure.